I feel like pain has shaped me into who I am. Like I've really danced with pain.
Shane Liu.
Young South Auckland boy has come to New Zealand at a very young age, to some degree abandoned by his father, and just stumbled my way across there.
What was sort of like the path for you, I guess, before Sumthin Dumplin?
I've always been a hustler. I've sold so many things in my life. My mum's always taught me that you're not that special. Kind of followed what society kind of wants you to do. I just did it really quickly.
Where do you want Sumthin Dumplin to be?
So the company would still be quite young, conquered or reasonably established New Zealand by that point. 10 years, it'd be parts of Australia, surely.
Do you feel like pain and suffering is necessary?
How else are you supposed to learn if you don't feel it?
What is your most painful experience, if you don't mind sharing?
There's one I really like. It's quite scary.
If I could have one moment of your time. Most of you guys listening or watching do not subscribe to the channel. The simple and easiest way to help and support us is to subscribe. It helps us get the guests that you guys want, and it gives us a more opportunity to grow this thing to where we want to take it. Thank you so much. Enjoy the episode. Kia ora.
Shane Liu, welcome to The Martin Show.
Kia ora.
Shane, in order to understand a man,
Yeah.
it's important to understand his early context of life. What do you think we need to know about you and your early context to understand more of the man that sits opposite me today?
Just a young South Auckland boy that's come to New Zealand at a very young age, and to some degree abandoned by his father, and just stumbled my way across there.
Abandoned by, you say, your whānau?
My biological father.
How would you describe early life in South Auckland?
Actually, a lot of fun. South Auckland back then is very different to now. I feel like, or perhaps it was because more naive and you're not aware of the surroundings. But I loved it, the flea markets and stuff, Otara. All I can remember is just it being very lively. On the contrast, you go there today, you're not quite the same, eh?
Wow. What was young Shane like?
Really, really nice, really soft. I probably still am. Really caring and yeah, full of life.
Was success something important to you even growing up? Or what did success look like as a child?
Achievement, right? Yeah, I've always been a high achiever. My mum's pushed me my entire life, I suppose academically, that's where achievement started for me. I've won quite a number of awards as a child, just with maths and science and whatnot.
And do you think that sense of achievement has, I guess, followed you through into adulthood as well?
Yeah, I'm on that fine line between, has it been traumatic for me? Has it been a positive thing or has it been a negative thing? I'm not sure. It's a bit of a dance, right? It's certainly added value to my lifestyle. It's become part of my character.
Yeah, the high achievers mindset. I love that. Because only a few people possess it.
That's right.
Growing up, what was sort of like the path for you, I guess, before Sumthin Dumplin? I know you were BDM, a business development manager at PB Tech.
Yeah.
What other paths or roles did you have that didn't quite fit?
I've always been a hustler. So if we're going to speak about sales, I've sold so many things in my life. I'm still selling so many things as we speak. The products do tend to get larger, more difficult to sell. But behind Sumthin Dumplin, behind all of this, I'm always wheeling and dealing, I guess. That's what you call it in the streets, right? My first, I wouldn't say first, but a memorable little wheel and deal is competing against the tuck shop and selling instant noodles at school, right?
Wow.
with lunchroom hot water and bags full of instant noodles and whatnot.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Oh, a true hustler then, eh? But was there a moment for you when you sort of realized, I don't fit the normal life. I need to build and create my own things?
No, actually, no. My mum's always taught me that you're not that special, Shane. And it's a fine line that I dance between now, where I both think I am the man, but also, you know what? Like, grand scheme of things, I'm just ordinary human being. I'm just one man. I'm not all that special. You kind of lean into both. Right? So no, like if you look at my career, I've worked for a lot of people. I didn't jump into entrepreneurship. I just worked a lot of sales jobs for the most part of my life. I didn't try to be an entrepreneur at 19 years old.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
20 years old. I didn't go out of the box. I kind of followed what society kind of wants you to do. I just did it really quickly. And I clocked it. And then I moved on to other things.
Yeah, bro, because you've even quoted for business, like you are an entrepreneur now, that business is just a game of heart.
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean?
It was just so painful. It progressively gets harder. It gets more and more lonely as you go. If you feel unappreciated from the first day of starting a company, mate, it gets worse. Everything just progressively gets harder and harder, more and more painful. And then when you start to get really competitive, nobody cares if you're smart enough. Smart or not. Everyone's smart at that level. And everyone's dedicated, everyone's hardworking. And it just becomes a battle of like, who's willing to like go the furthest, to give up as much as they can.
So do you think the people that crumble, they have a lack of heart, or is it a lack of skill, or both?
Other people, I don't know. Some possibly choose, hey, you know what? This is enough. This is good. I'm not sure about other people. I can't comment on that.
And for most of your audience, I would assume they are younger men.
Yes.
For any of those young guys that are getting into business, what are the foundations that they should be focusing on when starting? Making sure that their foundations are solid.
Starting a business?
Yeah.
Depends how young they are. I like to tell people that, and it comes back to what we were talking about before, about statistically, you and I, we're not that special. We're not the next Elon Musk. We just aren't. You know, he could start a company at 19 or something and build it to $100 million valuation. Truth is, we're not that smart. We're not raised in a extremely wealthy family, both financially or at an intellectual, educational level. So I'm not trying to put anyone down, but for the average person, the best time to start is get some achievements under yourself first. Make a bit of coin, work for somebody, learn, and go from there. Definitely work for somebody.
Learn the skills, work for someone. Because I feel like for a lot of people, entrepreneurship's quite sexy at the moment, or trendy is probably a better word, you know? I want to have my own thing. I want to start my own thing. And you actually launched your thing 2018. Sumthin Dumplin. Is it what you imagined it even back then, 8 years later?
It's not what I was hoping it would be. It's probably a bit behind. No excuses, but you know, COVID certainly slowed everybody down. I mean, it just stopped everything for a bit, right? And then the economy after and whatnot. And I've been kind of held by the neck for a little bit. Most people think Sumthin Dumplin is what feeds me or pays me. It's quite the contrary. I'm going to surprise you. Sumthin Dumplin is my baby. I make value to grow it.
Wow. That is a surprise.
Just be upfront. Like, I don't have an investor. I am my own investor. Where do you think money comes from? Yeah. Things take capital. I pay for it. quite surprising, right? Yeah.
And is that because you've just learned other games?
So I hustle and I do deals and I do business and stuff, and I funnel and I mess into it. And with Sumthin Dumplin, I never really draw anything out. And I just scale and I bootstrap and I keep going.
Where do you want Sumthin Dumplin to be in the future?
What day in the future?
5-10 years.
So the company would still be quite young 5 years from now. 10 years is not an old company. Surely it would have conquered or reasonably established New Zealand by that point. 10 years, it'd be still relatively young, to be honest, from now. A 15-year-old company is not an old company. Surely, but parts of Australia, surely. Well, why are you surprised?
15 years.
That's not an old company.
Yeah. I think to a lot of other people, they'll be like,
we got to set that benchmark high.
Yeah,
right?
bro, it's playing in decades, right?
You see the likes of companies that, let's say, you really like. You'd be surprised how old they are.
Business is a game of heart.
Mm-hmm.
Longevity.
I tell young guys as well, right? Especially when you're young, you have a good year, make some coin. Awesome, like kapai, right? Good job. But you need to do this for a long period of time. Yeah. And it needs to increase as well. It needs to develop. That's a business, right? So yeah, I mentor some youth and I invest in companies, right? And I mentor the key stakeholders and I just tell them, awesome month, awesome year, great growth. But yeah, we're just 1 year in. I want to give you a pat on the back, but got to keep going.
Yeah, Brian, you've talked about winning.
Mm-hmm.
And you've actually said winning is just a cumulative loss, a cumulative sacrifice. Do you still believe that?
I do believe it. It is so important to me. I don't know how to answer your question very well, Zach, but even when you speak of that word, I'm just, jeez. Love to win.
Wow. So when I just say the word winning, it gives you sort of like a...
It's the single most selfish thing I pursue. Incredibly selfish.
Mm.
No one benefits from me, from my pursuit of winning. No one really. All the sacrifice with your family and friends and all these things you have to kind of balance. All these other people around you, the people you love. What do they get out of it?
A more quality life, maybe?
It's enough. If it's a quality life, let's say for my mom and dad, my daughter, I beat that 10 years ago. What does my daughter want from all of this? What does she get from all of this? Nothing. Perhaps like a father that's still chasing his dream in his mid-30s. That's quite special. Okay? But if it's still very selfish. I'm very aware. I'm just real. Like I was calling you out at the beginning, right? I was like, yo, come on, just get to it. Yeah. I'm so tough on myself. I call myself out too. It's selfish. Of course it is.
Yeah.
How many men hide behind, I do this for my family.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, like your daughter's like your son's gone to private school already. Like you live in a house that's big enough. You're going 3 holidays a year. Like, what do you mean? Like, what are you talking about? It's selfish.
And so do you feel like for a lot of those type of individuals, yourself included, maybe there needs to become a point where there's enough?
Well, if I believed in that, then I would stop chasing like I do now, right?
Yeah.
I just think it's important to understand that it's selfish, because if you don't, that's when that caps off and you're not coming home, you're not doing all of these things, and you stop being a husband, a father, a son, and all these things.
Winning is selfish.
Is it not?
I love that, bro. But I also feel like you need to be selfish
Yeah.
in order to win, right? And
Yeah.
in the stage, 10 years ago, you needed to be selfish in order to get to probably where you are now.
If you want to win, sure.
But maybe not everyone wants to win.
I don't think everyone does. Which is quite good. It's quite smart, actually. Is becoming this pursuit, right? This winning thing. Something I often. Have you watched the movie F1?
No.
You should watch it.
Yeah?
Yeah. The character Brad Pitt, his passion to win. But then you look at how it translates to his life. Quite sad, but yeah, it is what it is, yeah.
Okay, so in there, what has been the greatest cost for that people don't see in this pursuit of winning, in this pursuit of building Sumthin Dumpling, building yourself? What's been the greatest cost?
I wouldn't say Sumthin Dumplin, but just my entire career, my character, my life. Not that I rate it very highly, but I guess the lack of care and love for myself. I'm just at the bottom of the list somewhere. I make peace with that idea every couple of weeks. And it's just, hey, look, end of the day, too painful, don't play the game. You don't want to be, the patriarch. You don't want to be the big boss. Let me rephrase that. If you want to be the patriarch, if you want to be the man in your family, if you want to be the big boss, shut the fuck up. If you want to hold the stick, shut the fuck up. Otherwise, put it down. Pass it to someone else. Lots of people behind you waiting.
Shut the fuck up.
Right? Like if you don't want to be the man, zip it, put the stick down, let someone else have a go.
Do you wish you had more self-love, self-care?
If you didn't have self-love, you wouldn't be able to carry yourself this far by yourself and just keep walking and walking just by yourself on this journey, just constantly walking by yourself. It's more so the care side, Zach. I just don't give a fuck about caring for myself. If you look at my lifestyle, perhaps on social media, some of the highlight reels might make my life look quite bright and vibrant. But the reality is, what do I eat? Just mostly Subways, tuna, rice still. It's not that I can't afford, or it's not that I can't eat better. Just don't think about it. It's just really late. It's the only thing that's open. You know what I mean? I just don't care. The amount of care I have of myself. Yeah.
What do you feel like you need to change in order to care more about yourself?
Do I?
Wow. Questioning yourself, do I actually care?
I still want to keep going. I'm not even close to line my limit. Yeah, Zach, last year, just how my head is always spinning. I'm always going at, a million miles an hour, right? Doing probably 4 things at once. The amount of I misfueled my car like multiple times. I'm so focused on other people, like my daughter, business, management, my deals, on the phone, like probably 4 things at once. Misfueling my car. So many times I can't even remember where I park. It's one of my biggest issues. I forget where I park all the time. Do you understand that? I'm just not thinking about what's just autopilot kind of here, but working like on 4 things at once in my mind, just working.
Do you struggle to be present?
Well, obviously. Obviously.
When I think about, you just mentioned your daughter, being a present father for her. I would say that would be something that's very important to you.
I'll explain the relationship with presence with my daughter. I am present and more than present enough for her, but I am not present during that scenario for myself.
Wow.
She is appreciating me being there, and I'm communicating back and forth, and but as to how much I'm present enough to enjoy it for myself, probably not enough. Does that make sense? Like,
Yes,
I
bro.
satisfy her 100%.
That is so crazy.
I'm going to give you an example of tennis training with my daughter. I'm not the kind of guy that just splashes money on anything and everything, be it business, be it my love life, be it family. That's not good enough, right? You need to care and give your time. So a common thing I do is she's at training, private lessons, coaching, all that stuff. I'm going to pick up the balls. Why? So she can hit more, right? Because if she's, picking up the balls half the time, she's going to have less playtime. So I'm picking up balls with those tubes. I have an assistant next to me holding a phone while I'm talking and probably negotiating something. But I must pick up the balls.
Yeah.
Because that's our journey.
The hustle is real, eh?
Am I watching her enough in play in that moment and enjoying like, oh, my daughter's giving her best? Probably not the full capacity. But there's no doubt my daughter can see I'm trying.
Do you feel like you enjoy it? This 4 things at a time, constant hustling. You enjoying your process?
Yeah. I love the game.
Yeah. And so if winning is about accumulative loss and sacrifice, we talked off camera about that idea of sacrifice and not feeling like results are here yet, and that sort of affecting you in some type of way, affecting me in some type of way. Do you feel like pain and suffering is necessary?
Oh, I love pain.
Necessary for greatness.
How else are you supposed to learn if you don't feel it? If you don't jump into the well and you toss a pebble in there, how can you gauge how deep it is and how painful it's going to be? You can't. You can count the seconds and how long it takes for the pebble to drop in the water, and then what? What does that even mean? You can't comprehend that. I have a really great relationship with pain. Yeah.
I listened to a podcast recently with Tony Robbins and Alex Hormozy. I don't know if
everyone's watched that.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
And he talks about, though, in it, this idea that we don't need to suffer.
I haven't quite figured that out yet.
Oh, I'm struggling with that too. Because Alex Hormozy has lived relatively similar. A lot of pain, a lot of suffering.
Yeah.
He's got to where he is now.
Yeah.
He's 36.
Yeah.
Very, very successful.
Yeah.
Is that is needed to get there, is it not?
Well, there, but maybe to Tony's level, maybe you have to once again shift.
Yeah.
And grow to go to the next level. Because Tony,
oh yeah,
he is so intelligent. I feel like if you're really young and you're watching his content, I don't think it's quite relevant. How could you understand and process that? you just because if you jump straight to what Tony does, you might not achieve very much.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, you need to reach a certain level of maturity and experience, possibly even achievement, to really do something with that. But he might talk to you differently if you are lower, a bit lower
For sure.
on the chain. Yeah.
Yeah, because there's that other quote of like, pain is inevitable, right? Suffering is optional. And so do you really need to, you're going to feel pain regardless. And as you say, your relationship with pain is full mono. But do you need to suffer because of it?
Well, very quickly, if I reassess everything we've just spoken about, maybe I don't suffer as much as I think, but I do like pain. I feel like it teaches you a lot. I feel like pain has shaped me into who I am. Like I've really danced with pain.
Would you say that you're results driven? Like, do you think that people should be results driven only? Do you think that's a healthy or a dangerous mindset?
I think results is important, but you got to focus on the things that contribute to results. So tasks focus should be more like what? You should focus on tasks and the quality of how you, I guess, achieve these tasks or complete them.
Shane, do you regret pushing so hard for the last 36 years, really? Or
I don't think I've pushed hard enough. Yeah, no. Wouldn't have done life any differently. Who have you met that said, hey, like I would have changed all these things? Well, it's not common.
where do you think that comes from?
What?
Your fuel. This, because I've heard you say, I wanted to prove to you guys. I wanted to prove that I am that man holding the stick. Who are you trying to prove that to?
When have I said I wanted to prove this? Perhaps when I was younger, in my 20s, I may have wanted to prove it.
Wow.
Especially you do when you're weak, right? And when you're already weaker when you're younger. And then at weak points, whilst you're just weak overall, yeah, you probably want to prove to the world I'm the man, or it could be anger, insecurity, all these. I've done it plenty of times. These days, prove. I don't think about that at all, bro.
Where do you think your hunger comes from now then?
Or it is that win thing. So it's not about, it really isn't about the business, the money, the wealth. It is just to be the best. Yeah. It is purely achievement. I told you it's selfish.
Do you think that idea of winning, has that changed since you've become a father?
Everything has intensified after having a kid.
Wow.
She's taught me so much. I think my daughter has given me, I won't say given me more than I've given her, but she's certainly given me a lot.
And we talked off camera about women.
Yes.
And I guess for people to know, are you currently in a relationship?
Let's not talk about relationship.
No.
No.
Do you feel like a woman is a distraction for where you're trying to go?
She shouldn't be. I'm at this point in my life where, because there's enough self-love for me to just admit things like, I need help. Yeah, I need help, man. Like, what I'm trying to go is really hard. From all different types of people, and women is certainly one of those people where if I was dating, I'd be like, I'm not after a housewife. I need some help.
Do you feel like guys use that as an excuse of women are a distraction because they avoid potential intimacy or potential opportunity of where this thing could go?
I don't know which guys you're referring to, but I see plenty of like successful men I look up to have good relationships. I just haven't been blessed. Probably my own fault, but yeah, I certainly do not have that. I would possibly, you know what? Probably is my own fault. Let's just not blame others. It probably is me.
I'm just thinking about this idea of bringing someone into the empire, or if you need to do it, solitude on your own. And if bringing a woman will amplify or multiply that success. That
not my empire, no. I don't want a woman to build my empire. Yeah, no. Build my home. Different things.
Yeah.
Build a home that lasts.
Would you say that's something that you're looking for?
Desire, not looking for. I need it. Dude, the goal is so hard. This empire building, this achievement thing is so consuming, and my standards are so high for myself. This is stuff that people don't see off the camera. A lot of my life is like lagging.
A lot of my life is lagging.
Just falling behind and messy. And
do you truly believe that? That you feel like you're behind?
My personal life, I mean.
Yeah.
So a lot of my personal life is lagging, and just, I told you, the lack of self care. And not just me, but perhaps I'm picky, but because I've dedicated so much energy, Zach, to this side of achievement and work. Come on. anyone with a bit of brain would see like, oh man, this side's not as developing, right? I'm 36, man. Single father. Well, there's nothing wrong with that.
Not at all.
But no accident either, right? No accident. So many flaws in myself on that personal side.
Are there any regrets?
Yes.
Wow, Shane.
On the personal life side, yes.
You wish you had invested more energy into it earlier on?
No. There are things I could have done differently in my life. Come on, we're there, right? But fuck, you really making me think today. I did what I could at the time. That's all I knew. I can hand on heart say I did try my best, but that's all I had to offer at the time. I'm not sorry. But it took me a while to get to this kind of thinking and maturity. And someone had to pay the bills for the whole family. Mom, dad, brother, sister. It ain't just a couple of people I'm looking after.
As I told you, to a kind of tainer, big brother, little brother. Those are probably more selfish questions for myself.
Yeah.
And that idea of achievement and thinking about this other side to put energy into as well. I feel like you need to have this stuff sorted before you can bring someone into it. It's my personal opinion at the moment. Maybe I'll regret that later on. But
yeah, I don't think that's quite right.
Yeah, see? No, that's what I mean, bro.
From what I've learned now,
wow.
I don't think that's quite right.
Shane Liu, this is crazy.
I don't think it's quite right.
Shane, you've said, because in 2017, you welcomed your daughter into this world.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you have said that she has been your greatest achievement, your greatest success. Why?
I have an exceptional daughter. Most fathers will probably say this about their kids, and they're right. But my little girl really cares about me. And take her achievement and her tennis and her school, education, all these things out of the picture. If we were just talking about just her character and her care for me, that's what I mean. She's a lovely little girl, very caring. I feel bad for her sometimes.
Why?
Well, because she's so caring, I mean, she's really mindful at a really young age. And for someone to be mindful really mindful at a really young age means that she's had to grow up a little faster. Why do people grow up a little faster?
Experience.
Because they're in an environment where they need to. So sure, what comes with my daughter could be, let's say, lots of training and a dad that supports her to do the things she wants to do, and might go on cool holidays, and you might see a father that gives her a lot of time. I do. The other side of it is she's had to dance between mum and dad at a very young age, right? And it's forced her to be a little less innocent. So there's that side where I think she's navigated it really well. She's really, really kind and caring, very empathetic. But yeah, and as a father, when you see your kid grow up a little bit faster, you feel a little bit, right? I'm too mindful sometimes.
Yeah, I know what you mean, bro. The detriment of being too aware. Do you think, because I asked you earlier about women being a distraction, do you feel like your daughter has made you sharper?
100%.
Yeah.
I have been asked before, who looks after you? And like, who really looks after you? And I can only say, other than my mother and my father, my daughter looks after me the most.
Wow.
How did that deal go, Dad? How was the date? Who did you meet? She actually asked questions about my life. This is a really young child. She's actually interested.
Care.
Who looks after me? Well, part of the reason why I've been able to just keep going and going is probably because I have a kid that cares about me. I have her comfort.
I can see the emotion in you too, brother.
So lucky.
I also want to touch on your mom. You mentioned your mother.
God. Yeah.
And you've actually quoted, every man is of woman. What does that mean?
I mean, literally every man is born a woman, but beyond that, one of the other reasons perhaps why I haven't had the need so much to think about women and pursue this love life so intensely or care about it so much is because I have had a mum that's like been pushing and pushing me, right? My mum is so hard.
Do you view that as a positive?
For the longest time, I didn't quite understand. Only in the recent year, perhaps, I started to piece it all together. In the past, I'd be like, oh, why is my mum so hard on me, but not so much on my brother or my sister or this and that? Why just me? Never, ever has she said, hey, good job. Not even close. Just smite me down, smite me down, smite me down. I get it now, finally. Took some time. I'm the favorite child.
It took you 35 years to realize that.
At some point in life, she must have thought, man, like, I'm so tough on this kid, right? You know, it could be good for her. She should, you know, there must be points where she's like, man, I should just give him a hug. Must. We're all human. But she's like, no, his growth is more important than my joy to my satisfaction of giving a hug. His growth is more important. Because that hug that mums give, it does nurture you, sure. But a lot of it is for yourself, right? You hug a kid, you feel good, right? But then you rob them of the opportunity to learn and to grow. And if you keep doing that and it gets more and more intense, you do look at all the calluses on your kids' hands. It's not that you can't see it. You're like, oh, and you just got to toughen up yourself and keep going. It took me a long time to figure that one out with my mum.
Do you feel the pressure now?
Not from her.
No.
Quite the contrast, actually. My mum has recently said to me, hey, Shane, she says it in her way, right? But I know how to read it now. The recent message was, hey, you know, Shane, it's okay. I like to work. Because she still works in the family business. So now I'm mature enough to understand, why would she say I like to work? Because she can tell I'm busting my ass trying to get her out, right? But like, slow down. In Chinese, it's more like, open your hands and put it down. It's okay. Just relax. And even then, before I processed that, I was a little bit reactive. I was like, oh, I'm just starting to make money. I'm just starting to run. I'm only just starting to run, Mum. And you wanted me to slow down? But when I look at that entire conversation, I was like, wow, like she can tell that she's worried. She's worried. Yeah. And of course, she cannot say that. That's her own communication issue. She could just say it. But you know, Chinese parents, yeah. I finally know how to comprehend the things that my mum says, communicate. That's why I went on holiday, by the way. She's like, you need to go.
Wow.
Just put it down, you need to go.
Full reset, breathe.
I wouldn't say full reset, but just you need to go. You could tell, like, I was just so intense. Yeah. Zero space in my head for anything other than work. And my daughter's tennis, which is work as well, right? And just like, there was zero gaps in my life for anything else. And the self-care was just non-existent. Mom was like, you need to go on holiday. You need to go, you must go. So I was forced to go on holiday.
Shane, what else do you think you need to do, bro, for this idea of self-care? What else do you think you need to give yourself going forward?
I'm so stubborn. I'm still not sure if I need to. I'm so stubborn. Yeah. Still not convinced. I still want to run.
You're not everyday Kiwi, right? I would say you're far more ambitious than the traditional New Zealander, in my view. Do you feel misunderstood
By who?
with your level of ambition?
By who? I think lots of people understand us. We just choose to think that they don't. We talk about the average Kiwi. Take that thought out of your head. We are the average Kiwi.
For sure.
Yeah. Take that thought out of your head. That idea adds no value to you. We ain't that special.
No.
And you say, being misunderstood and whatnot. You're leaning too much into the people that don't understand you. It's like having a little blemish in your hand. You just keep looking at it. The rest of your hand is like, perfect. Stop looking at the blemish. That thought adds no value to your life.
Yeah.
And the blemish just looks bigger and bigger and bigger, but actually it's not a big deal.
I guess like balancing this idea of winning or achievement, ambition, drive with humility in a culture that sort of resists, you could say, bigness, if you wish.
You think we have a culture that resists us from winning, or is that what you're saying?
I think it's more individuals that have this hunger.
Yeah.
I feel like sometimes in our culture, we tend to maybe not pull them down, but we don't uplift those people that are trying to do things.
Are we referring to Kiwis or New Zealanders? Or?
Yes.
I'm a facts person, so you cannot statistically measure this. Okay,
that's a generalization as well.
Yeah, it's a generalization
for sure.
Right. But if we were to speak about this topic of people pulling you down, I don't think it's specific, unique to me and you or this country. Things that are worth achieving are just difficult. Like, how can you walk into these big wins expecting everyone to like keep promoting you and pushing you and like, yeah, keep going, keep going. Yeah, how can you expect that? I don't quite understand. You're not the first person to say this, by the way. And I think a lot of people would speak about it. And the point I'm trying to make is whether it's true or not, the idea that you're entertaining leans towards you expect people to like, support you. Why? Calm down. Relax. It's not coming, first of all. It's supposed to be hard. People aren't supposed to support you. Dude, what champion have you met? It's like, yo, you know what? I've had fans and nothing but fans from day one. It's non-existent.
Yeah.
It doesn't exist. Why should it exist for you? If you're in Sydney or if you're in LA or if you're in Beijing or Tokyo or Europe somewhere, what city supports that you're referring to? None. So get that idea out of your head, man. It's not good. These are things that you, like, between, if you call me older brother to younger brother, these are things you need to like make amends with to go to the next level.
Wow.
Yeah, we talk about, this is self-love. You need to be like, yo, this is my version of self-love, at least. Like, yo, like, these are like some dumbass ideas I need to cut out of my life. Yeah. And if you love yourself enough, you wouldn't care about it, would you?
Shane, I got a couple fire-off questions for you, brother.
Go.
Before Sumthin Dumplin, what did you think you'd end up doing?
Never thought that far.
What part of the business surprised you the most?
How difficult it is.
What's been harder, building the brand or building yourself?
Can we rephrase that question? What's been harder, building the business or building me? Yeah?
Yeah.
It's almost identical. They're both almost the same thing.
Wow.
Businesses is, you know how I say it's hard? Well, if it's hard, then it's just a big game of personal development, right? My body and my actions are always on autopilot, and I'm just constantly building myself. And then I perform tasks better and better and better with less effort.
It reminds me of that idea of a business is a reflection of you.
Mhm.
Right? What's your relationship like with rest or sleep?
Enough. Yeah. 6 hours is a lot of sleep.
Wow.
Last night, I probably slept at 2:30. Got up early this morning to get my daughter ready for school. She's doing her voices. I probably need to give that to Junior at this point. Yeah.
What's something your daughter has taught you that business never could?
Business has taken my sacrifice to a threshold. But my daughter has increased that threshold tenfold. Yeah. It's even more sacrifice. She's shown me my limits. Wildly beyond what I thought it was. And I'm still not even close to where I think my limit is. Like, I'm willing to go to ends of the earth.
What's one lesson your mum passed on without ever saying it out loud?
It's quite difficult for my mum because she talks a lot. I can't answer that one. She really is hard on me and gives me my flaws and confronts me with it. We don't have that. If there's lessons to be learned, it will be put in front of my face over and over and over again until I figure it out.
Shane, what would you say is your biggest fear now?
Fear.
What scares you now?
I do not give that idea energy. No. So cliche to say nothing. I'm really trying to give you an answer. What scares me? And I don't want to say things. Why speak about this? Can I ask you what value is in speaking about or figuring out what really scares you?
Yeah. No, you're the first guest, almost 100 guests that has ever said this. And that's why I'm smiling, because I'm so interested in that.
Because it puts you in a place of defense. And then you're putting all this energy and all this mana into something really negative. And you're just playing your best to not lose.
Yeah.
It's like, why prevent not to die? What the hell?
Yeah. Well, I feel like because fear is it's a very powerful emotion that a lot of people use and run with, for good or for worse.
Who the hell runs with fear?
Fear of failing, fear of not knowing. And people use that.
So when you think about it all the time, does it improve?
No, I'm not saying for me.
But
you know what I mean?
But do you get it? If you think about it all the time,
absolutely,
does it improve?
Drains your energy for sure. I don't think it serves anyone. I'm not saying it's a good thing. It's just, this is a good conversation to have about it.
And when they say conquer your fear, do you just think about it? You just repeatedly think about what scares you? And that's how you conquer the fear? Is it? I don't think so.
No.
Do you express it and have everyone come for you? Dude, a couple of thousand years ago, if you're the king and you spoke about your fears, probably can get you necked, like assassinated. Correct?
Absolutely, too open.
Yeah. I want to give you.
No.
And I want to communicate, but perhaps this is something the youth can understand. Like, talk about problems all the time. Hey, yo, people coming for you, man. If you're an emperor or a king, you get assassinated. So you die. Yeah. You die. Yeah.
Don't talk about your fears. Don't think about your fears.
Don't express it to people. I'm giving too much now.
Bro, that's great. Speaking of the youth, speaking of younger Shane, I want to go to him, bro.
Yes.
Could be that young boy in South Auckland. Could be 2018. He's just about to embark on his Sumthin Dumplin journey. It could even be the 2017 that's just brought a daughter into the world. What would you want to say to him, bro?
The younger version of me. Probably I love you. I love you.
Just reminds me of this concept of self-love, self-care. And you'd say that.
I've got a weird dance with it, right?
Wow.
I've got a weird dance.
So beautiful, bro.
Oh, yeah, just I love you. Because I've always been so hard on myself.
Shane, my final question. Amelia, your daughter.
Mhm.
When she grows up, and for whatever reason she decides to listen or watch this conversation, what is the one thing you'd want her to take away from her dad's story?
Just probably the smile. I told you.
Like I say off camera, brother, you surprised me in many ways today. And
You didn't dance around my pain as much as you could have.
nah,
You can ask me some questions about pain. Dig into it. I think it'll add value.
you did mention actually earlier that pain is something that you have a great relationship with pain. Where does that pain truly come from?
Oh, traumatic experiences. Yeah. Traumatic experiences gives pain. Pain is a byproduct of that, right? And my analogy is, because I'm relatively religious. I'm religious. I believe in a higher power. And I think pain is Allah, God, giving you his attention. He doesn't have to constantly smite you. So many people he needs to work on every day. But to repeatedly push and push and push you, maybe he likes you. Maybe you're one of the favorite ones. Right? That's a good fantasy to romanticize about, isn't it?
Well, you stop looking at it from a negative. It's now, maybe it's a blessing.
It's always a blessing. You know it's a blessing. Did you need me to confirm it or affirm it with you? It's spoken like you could first page Google, first thing, pain is gonna teach you things like it's yeah, but you just don't really listen, don't really think about it. I want you to think about it now and just really process it and live with it. Too often we listen without listening and processing. It's just in one ear, out the other. I've had so many excruciating memories. I think so many people say things like, oh, I'm hurt some feelings. I meet so many people that say, oh man, I've been through a really hard life, or I've been through really painful memories. And although I agree, and I often reply, oh, yeah. And I listen, 9 times out of 10, I just think, oh man, soft. Oh man, like so much victim in you. Like,
Yeah, bro.
especially for people that grew up in New Zealand. How tough could life be?
Wow.
Even in the depths of South Auckland, West Auckland, and you don't have shoes or food, and that's really tough. Don't get me wrong. Let's say you grew up in like gang life, whatever. And I'm not. You know what? That is tough, right? But if you're not from if your dad or your mom isn't taking you to go burgle places, if your dad isn't telling you to go sell drugs or do drugs, if your father isn't telling you to, hey, smoke meth with them, your life isn't that hard. I've seen it all.
But do you think for individuals listening that, like, is it important to acknowledge your pain for any like young lads listening that are listening to you and thinking, oh man, maybe I am getting a bit soft. He's saying this.
It's not maybe, you just are.
Yeah.
If there are people around you, I don't care who they are, they're like, you know what? Yeah, you've been through a lot of pain and they're just like trying to baby you. It's not good for you. There is nothing going on. There is no relationship between me and someone that's watching this. There is no need for me to hurt you or be detrimental in any way. Like I've nothing, for anyone watching this, there's nothing between us, right? So whatever I say sure, with a grain of salt, is going to be either kind of like middle of the line, not positive or negative, or at least it's going to trend that way, right? Positive. Right? I'm trying to give you something. Why would I try hurt you? I don't even know who's watching this.
Where do you think most young men are going wrong today in regards to this idea of pain linking to mental health, suicide rates increasing, and people letting pain, suffering?
There's a term for it. Is it ruminating? We just
rumination.
Yeah, you just constantly dance around like your pain and your problems and your fears. And
for someone like you, that's, I guess you could say, maybe not mastered, but mastered his relationship with pain. He knows, when it comes on board, here it is. I guess you have the tools, right?
There isn't any tools. You just push yourself with it. I actively seek it sometimes.
Ooh.
So in a controlled manner. So when I do cardio without music. And I just relive some of the most painful memories of my life. And I just, probably not healthy, but I'm in the mornings, let's say, do cardio, and I just relive some of the most painful memories of my life. Near-death experiences and all these things. And I just dance around it. I just repeat it. I just feel it. And then I snap myself out of it and I go about my day. And things don't really affect me as much. I've already been to the depths, to the abyss. Well, what could anyone say to make me feel anything?
Almost like numb?
Well, I just compare it with what I just felt in the morning. It's like, oh, cool. Nice, bro.
Yeah.
It's not even close to what I was feeling this morning. Self-inflicted. And I took myself there.
Yeah. It's almost like chasing the pain. Nothing. What's going to hurt?
But that protects you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Going to that space in your head of immense pain and reliving it over and over, snapping yourself out of it, confronting reality, protects you. It's just another example of how pain's good for you, isn't it?
Bro, you actually wrote another quote which is about this. It's around.
You really did your homework.
Oh, yeah, bro.
What is my most painful memory? Do you know?
Your most painful memory?
Oh, you wrote so much. Do you know?
Is your most painful memory, because I'm going to go right back to the start of this conversation.
Yeah.
Is there a link towards your biological whānau? The unanswered questions in that? That would be my guess.
No. I've been through more physical pain. Physical pain can be very painful.
What is your most painful experience, if you don't mind sharing?
There's one I really like.
Wow. Shame.
There's one I dance around all the time.
Wow.
My favorite. So I'm blind in my right eye from blunt force trauma. That means you got hit. I have knelt on the ground with a pistol to my forehead before. And I have watched my life flash by me. And I have been saved by God because instead of getting shot, I got pistol whipped, and then multiple times, which actually led to a blessing. I became blind for a long time. Yeah. So yeah, and so that period, at the end of high school, I lived blind for 9 months, and that was tough. Not partially blind, fully blind. The crying. I have cried. It's quite scary. Pitch black, darkness. You know, Zach, you can't even neck yourself when you're blind. How do you neck yourself?
Wow.
You can't piss. You can't shit. You can't wipe your butt. my mum had to help me pee and take a shit. You want to know ground, like the lowest of lows? Humility.
Do you still think about those days, that 9 months?
All the time. So lucky. Blessed. Could have died. I'm really lucky. Could have just been shot. I've actually been in so many near-death experiences. I've been other ones. This is my favorite one though. Yeah, could have just been shot, bro. My vision returned bit by bit. You know, I'm still blind actually in my right eye. I have like a hole in my cheekbone. I can't feel the side of my face, but my left eye, because of technology, I wear 2 lenses. It's kind of, it works now. Might go one day. So many things have lined up in my life for me to be strong. Right? So lucky. God has really put a lot of energy and effort into building me. And talking about that pain and, you know, how it builds character. Like, the hopelessness during the blindness is what really gets you. You want to know what anxiety is. You don't know if you're going to see again. Not knowing if you're going to see again, being blind, you are confronted by a decision like, you know, do you want to live or not? Of course. And so I thought about it a lot and danced around life and death. I actually chose to live blind. And I did that deal with myself. I just die. Fuck it. Right? But I chose to live in an exciting way, even blind. I was like, you know what? Like, I'm just going to live blind and there must be something I can do. And so I did the deal to live blind. And then, so I got that mindset. And then the vision returned. I'm very lucky.
If you think about problems, and like you were talking about, can't compare to a lot of people that's experienced something like that.
Oh, I'm sure people have it way worse than me.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I got saved. Some people don't get saved, Zach.
Wow.
What do you mean? That was all for my benefit. No. Let's not confuse what I've been through. I say my favorite. It's just kind of like, let's not put, oh, you know, you've been through so much pain. No, I got saved. People don't get saved.
Because you have been so close to death.
To God. To life. Just say things better. We you know, the way you speak, you know.
It matters.
It matters, yeah.
If tomorrow was your last day.
It's not. Don't ask me this question. Why entertain it? Wouldn't do anything differently.
Just talking about your final message. What would your final message be to the world?
Not there yet. You guys have to wait. Why entertain it? Yeah. A whole lot of talking shit. Honestly, Zach, I'm going to conquer the highest mountains. Not even there yet. Well, what value is in my words, my message? Nothing. Still a nobody. Waste of time. Don't even listen.
You believe that?
Yeah. What value would my 36-year-old words give? Final message. Oh, change your words. No. But $1 billion foundation with a cause to parts of this earth I care about, the values I care about. Now that is something.
What is the dream? What's the ultimate?
Yes, I love this question.
I'm just thinking deeper into your mind.
So many dreams. Yeah. Selfish? Is that selfish, or do you want me to start selfless? Selfish?
Selfish.
I want to first figure out my version of what life is, an achievement, and success. Not even close. Needed so much work and thinking to do. But ideally, what I think now, look, this might change. I would like to create my own charity and foundation and pour pretty much all of my wealth into it and give to a cause. I think I know the cause now. It's for youth, but not quite specific enough. I'm still generating the value, and B, trying to figure it out. I'm always thinking about it. So much passion. And that's why I do this. Yeah, charity, all my wealth, with my business skills set up well, so I can self-sustain and do good work.
What about selfless?
Well, I do want to make sure my family is looked after, and it continues. And it continues. Is that a selfless dream? Because I'm thinking about other people, right? Mum and dad, and brother and sister, the people I love and care about. It isn't so much quality of life, no, but it is a good life. Very, very different, yeah. So, of course, I want my daughter to explore all the opportunities that she's going to be interested in. And the same applies for my brother, my sister, and even mum and dad. My brother and sister, their kids, and 16 families. Everyone must have the opportunity and somewhere safe to go back to. I don't want this sounds selfish, Ken. Yeah, but I guess for them though, I think it is good for just scarcity to leave my bloodline.
Shane, is there anything that we haven't spoken about today that you think we should have?
Is there any value I could give you long-term that's off the podcast?
Off the podcast, so just you to me kind of thing?
Yeah. Do you want to become more dangerous?
Absolutely.
I'm happy to share with you my thoughts. And I'm not always right, Zach. But at least I'll put you in a position to think about things. It's really important to think. You want to be dangerous, right?
Absolutely.
I feel like because you can fight, you understand what dangerous means. Nothing to do with the hands.
Wow.
You know that already. How you think and how you articulate yourself.
There's a lot to work on in order to become this dangerous individual.
The answer is always work, Zach, to everything. Do you know this concept? The answer is work.
Always.
To everything, yeah. Like whatever it is, right? Could be relationship going wrong. Could be relationship going good. Could be business going wrong, business going good. Could be your sports, your training. Could be anything. The answer is always work. When things are good, you work. When things are bad, you work. It's always work. It is the answer to everything.
Shane, we have a closing tradition.
Yeah? What is it?
My bro. Where the previous guest
Yes.
asks the next guest a question not knowing who they are.
Yeah.
The question for you today, would you rather a blunt knife through your thigh or a paper cut on your eyeball?
Funny asking about the eyeball thing, huh? Because I've...
Wow.
Destiny. Huh?
Wow.
I'd take damage anywhere over my eyes. But funny, what a funny
written
question.
For you, bro. Yeah.
It's written. It is all written. Yeah. I'd take a knife. I don't want to say too much. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. It's not that bad.
Nah, Shane, brother. Thank you, man. I as a younger, like I said, there are certain individuals that you look at and you may not even have met them properly before, but you can just feel something inside. You're like, oh, wow. I think you're definitely one of those individuals that you carry yourself with a lot of mana, bro. And although, you've mentioned a lot of self-care in this, a lot of pain, all these sorts of things, there are tremendous lessons in there through your story. And like you said, bro, you're only just getting started really as well.
Like Sumthin Dumplin is growing tremendously. Like my ability to generate capital is skyrocketing to the point where like it's flowing into so many other aspects in terms of investment. My private equity journey is starting. People are like, yo, here's money. Wow. I'll pay you. Can you look after it for me? Can you grow it? And talking about like fucking $10,000 or $100,000. Because I let the public see, Shane, by the dumplings, right? Dumplings and it is part of me. It is part of me. It is not fake. It is real. I still work hands. I'm going to go to a store or two today. Right? I'm definitely hands-on.
Where can they find you, brother, for socials and things like that?
What is my social media handle? The Greatness. Yeah. That's my COD name. I used to love playing COD. Yeah.
My brother, thank you, man. All right, team. That concludes another episode of The Martin Show. We will drop Shane's details below. Make sure you're subscribing to this channel, _The Martin Show right here. And we're going to be back next week for another episode. Go show some mana. Go show who you are. Kia ora. Thank you.